Hello and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Howie. And today we're going to be making a New York City pizza. And this pizza recipe is the official New York City pizza recipe to end all New York City pizza recipes. You don't need to see any more videos. You don't need any more recipes. This one is the recipe you're going to want. So stick around. And today we have a special guest, Chef Giovanni. He's here to help us make a New York pizza. And he knows all about it. Trust me. All right, so we're going to want a couple of ingredients here that are essential to making New York pizza. First one is we need high gluten flour, brominated bleached high gluten flour. All Trump's gold medal. I go with this one. Seems to work really good. Do not buy bread flour at the store and make New York pizza. It's not going to work. You'll get a homemade pizza. You're going to get real New York pizza with this. You're going to need come on, grande whole milk, 100% mozzarella cheese. You got to get this online. There's a store, a cheese store out of Wisconsin that sells this, and you can buy that. Get it second day shipped in a cold pack. Does come out to about $75 for the 5-pound bag, but you're still beating a very good price of a pizza at a good pizza restaurant. So, yeah, it is a little pricey, but yes, you do need this to make a real New York pizza. You need extra virgin olive oil. Get a good extra virgin olive oil. And you're going to need a little bit of salt. You can use regular table salt. I've got sea salt there. Works good. I've got Super Dulce Stanislaus pizza sauce. I'm going to doctor that up with some basil and some oregano, and that's it. And I'm also going to, this needs to be watered down. You can get this at Amazon. You can get this at Amazon. The basil and stuff you can get at the regular store. And then you need some Fleischmann's active dry yeast. You need a mixer, and you're going to need one other item to cook with is a pizza screen. And you're going to put the pizza on there, and then you're going to put it in the oven. I did buy a pizza oven for this, and we'll get to that later. Okay. And the other thing that we're going to want to add to our yeast and hot water or warm water is going to be 2 tablespoons of light dry malt. This will make the yeast get really hyperactive and make an incredibly easy to work with pizza dough. Oh, I'm so excited. This reminds me of something. What does this remind you of? It was a long time ago. I can't remember. So, Chef, I think now we're ready to get ahead and start cooking. I've shown them all about the ingredients and all the things they need. And so I think we can just go ahead and make a pizza. Oh, you cannot make a pizza dressed like that. This is no way to cook a pizza the way you are dressed. There, how do I look now? Magnifico! Now you are ready to make a professional pizza, like a professional pizza man. And now we've got a cup of very warm water. And we're going to add a package of yeast, just like that. And then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of the extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the light dry malt, and we're going to measure that out without getting the tablespoon actually into the, and that's too much, and I made a mess. I should have done it the other way. I should have done the malt before the oil, but it's okay. You do the malt before the oil, okay? And I'm going to give this a stir. And now we've got a cup of flour into the mixing bowl. And to that we're going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And then we've got the yeast and water and oil and malt that is now activated, and you can see we have a nice frothy head on there. We'll put that in there, and then we'll get our mixing attachment, and then we will start mixing. And we'll put this on the low speed, and we're going to let this mix for about 10 minutes, and it needs to get completely liquefied. We want it to be a real smooth consistency and everything blended together, so nothing's separating. And while that's mixing, we'll start making, well, we'll wait till we're done with this mixing. Then we'll make some tomato sauce. So first we'll let it mix. Okay, as we can see, the dough is mixed and it's nice and smooth, looks like a batter. And so we're going to add about another 3/4 of a cup of flour in there. And then as we wait another 10 minutes, we'll start adding flour slower and smaller amounts and let it continue to blend until we get a dough ball that's all stuck to the side of the hook. Now, I don't have an actual measurement because it changes every time, but basically you're going to run this and I'll show you what it looks like towards the end. Okay, so the dough has now finished. Let's say I went through about 2 3/4 cup of flour, and now it's no longer stuck to the bottom, it's all stuck to the dough hook. So we're going to go ahead and stop it, and put a little flour in my hand here because it's still a little sticky, which is perfect, just the way we want it. And we'll take it, and let me get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And a little more flour, and just roll it around into a ball so it's underneath, tucked in under the bottom. See how we're tucking it in? And we're good and happy. Give it a couple of good hard pats. And we're going to take this bowl and we're going to put some olive oil in there. I'm going to take a towel, paper towel, and we're just going to wipe it around the sides of the bowl so that the dough don't stick to it. Nice like that. And then just a little bit more olive oil onto the dough ball underneath, a little bit more, not too much. And you don't want to rub the alcohol, you don't want to bring like that the olive oil into the dough now. You just want to put it on the outside. And then snap down our Tupperware lid, and that's good. And now we've got tomato sauce. So I have mixed up the tomato sauce with some water, and into that I'm going to rip some fresh basil leaves. And so we're just going to rip them and just put them in there, and it's good the way they're big. That's good. It doesn't matter. It's going to taste great on the pizza. A little fresh basil never hurt anybody. And then about half a tablespoon of oregano, and we're going to mix that up. And that's going to sit. Now the dough's going to sit for 1 hour covered. It's going to go in the refrigerator for 2 hours. And it's going to come out of the refrigerator and sit for 1 hour and get kind of back to room temperature again. And I'm going to put a lid on this and just leave the tomato sauce sit up. Alrighty, and now after 1 hour, we have basically tripled the size, if not quadrupled, the size of our pizza dough. So we just let it kind of breathe there, let some gas out. And I'm not going to punch it down. I don't punch down the dough. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the refrigerator now, and it's going to sit for 2 hours. And we'll be back after that. All right, now we are ready to make a pizza. So we're going to sprinkle some flour here on the counter. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour up on the dough so that it doesn't get all stuck to us. We're going to gently push down the dough now, and then coax it out from the sides and drop it down like that. Perfect. We'll flip it over a little bit, get a little pizza flour on both sides. And then we'll just push it out till it's round. Look for any air pockets. And then we're going to just reach our hands underneath. And you're going to work with your hands shaped like this underneath. So, and then just kind of turn it side to side. And put this up a little higher. And you can see we're just going to go around in a circle. And we can kind of toss it, but I'm underneath there, so that's enough of that. And it's easier to do when I'm not looking into a camera, I'll tell you that. So now you can see the dough works very nicely with this dough. And it doesn't fight. And that's because of that flour that we bought with the high gluten. And that gives us a lot of stretchability. That's a word. And we're going to go ahead now and put our tomato sauce on. I'm just going to spread a ladleful there. And another ladleful there. And let's just see how far that goes. We want it out to the edges. Oops, I went a little far, but that's okay. Don't stress over anything when you're doing the pizza. It's all good. It's all just going to be perfect, as they say. And that looks like we already got enough tomato sauce on there. And we'll just roll that back up a little bit here and push this on here a little bit. This is a 16-inch pizza, which I didn't mention earlier. If you wanted to make it smaller, I don't really know how to tell you the recipe to do that smaller per se, because you could do it like an 8-inch if you did it in half. But again, I don't know. But a 16-inch, you could put it in the refrigerator and just, reheat it and just keep enjoying it for a couple more days. Unless you have kids, in which case you're going to have to make 2 of these. Because you know how kids and pizza. So we were talking about the cheese earlier, and with this cheese, you don't have to use quite as much as you would if you were using one of the store-bought cheeses. This goes a lot further than the store-bought cheeses. When it melts, it really stretches itself out. So we're going to leave little spaces here and there. And then we're going to put the pepperoni on. And then we're going to get it in the oven and let it do its thing. So that looks pretty good. So for the pepperoni, just put them evenly spaced. They will kind of run to the center a little bit on you. So that's okay too. And we're just going to keep going around and around. And I got to try to work a little faster than I did last time when I was trying to make this video. I ran into some technical issues because YouTube told me my video was too long. And I kind of don't want to have that happen to me again. So we're kind of going a little faster this time. A little more professional speed. Okay. And one more there. All right. Now we're going to turn around and we're going to put the pizza into the oven. And into an oven we go, and the oven is set at 560 degrees. And we're going to turn it about halfway through, as the test pizza I did proved that this needed to turn. Okay. And this does just fit. The 16 inches actually touches on the sides a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so we've made it past 8 minutes, and we are going to... we're going to use our little tool here because this is underneath here. Try not to burn myself too badly. I'm going to take it out and then we're going to spin it. Like so. You can see the back side is cooking a little faster than the front side. That's just fine. And off we go. And we're probably going to be another, from what I could tell from the last pizza I did, maybe another 5-6 minutes. Alrighty then. And we are done cooking our pizza of the week, and that is a beautiful looking New York pizza. Okay, and that is how you make a New York pizza. And this is how you cut a New York pizza. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it. I hope it works out good for you. Like I said, it takes some practice to do, so don't be discouraged the first time it doesn't come out perfect. And one more thing to show you all. It does do the fold test. It does fold up perfectly, and that's the way you want your New York pizza to be. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Oh, pizza, my amore. Oh, pizza, you make me so horny.